Hello friends, and welcome back to this week's tarot review. This week we're going to be looking at the Light Seer's Tarot. Now this deck has been around for quite some time, and it was one of the first decks that I ever got. So you'll kind of see a lot of wear and tear on this one because I utilize it often in my own personal readings as well as readings for my clients. So that's just kind of a caveat to begin. This one is by Chris Ann, and I have to say I have quite a few of her decks. I have even one of her oracle decks, which is one of my personal favorites, that's created for creatives, which I will be reviewing here in the next week or so. So we're going to go ahead and jump in to the Light Seer Tarot review. So once you open the deck, you obviously, as we've seen time and again, have your guidebook. And inside of this guidebook, you have your introduction, the basics for new tarot readers about the major arcana and the minor arcana, and a little information about upright and reversal card readings. Then you keep going, and again, you have a little breakdown of how to connect with your cards, different ways that you can use it for journaling and personal growth. And then you go into reading and spreads. The 1-card spread. This has a 2-card spread, which is the light and shadow spread. So it's one that's upright and one that's kind of in reverse. So even if the card comes out upright, you can take it that is like the shadow information that you might need to take a look at for your own personal growth. The light worker illumination spread, which is a 3-card spread. Calling in love spread. So that is a 4-card spread that you have there. And then the soul joy spread, which is another 3-card spread. Then you jump right into the card meanings, which I really love the breakdown that Chris Ann provides for her cards, especially if you ever go and visit her website. She has almost like these beautiful, written from the perspective of the card itself, descriptions that I don't believe are in the actual guidebook. They might be in a newer version of the guidebook because, as I mentioned, I've had this one for quite some time. This is one of the first decks I bought. But they're a really great interpretation and another layer that you can utilize to find the meaning that could be coming to you for your reading. But as you'll see, you have the upright and the reverse meanings, so the light seer and the shadow seer meanings, and then a more in-depth reading after that. And again, you have it for the major arcana and the minor arcana all the way through. So that is the guidebook. We'll go ahead and get into the deck itself. that was our quick flip through of the cards. Now I'll go ahead and talk about the card stock a little bit. This one is a little bit, I believe, is kind of like the standard weight of cardstock. It's not super thick, it's not super thin. It has a nice flex and bend to it for different shuffling styles. It is honestly not as chipped, I'll say, for lack of a better term, like the Anatomy Tarot was becoming for me. Um, so I feel like that speaks volumes to how it's kind of standing up against time. Now, when I first got this deck, it did a really great job at shuffling without getting super sticky. But even here, as I'm just holding it and kind of showing you a side to side, you can see how chunks of the cards are starting to stick together. And I think that's just from having it for so long. So over time, this one has become a little bit more difficult to shuffle um, as I've utilized it more and more and gotten like my own personal oils on it and things like that. From handling the cards, it's become a little bit more difficult to shuffle. I'll just show you that here. Still not super difficult, but also like I have to have a little bit more of a grip on the cards, and then they tend to come out a little bit more um, chunky, for lack of a better term. They, like, you'll see these are all the face cards for the Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles, the Queen, and then the King of Pentacles all kind of got stuck together. But again, that didn't really happen much when I first got the cards. This is something that has progressed since I've had the cards and worked with them so often. So this deck, I've literally had this for about 7 years now. So it's possible that it might be time for me to start retiring this one because it's becoming a little bit more difficult to use and get clear readings when I'm working with clients. So this might just become one that's in my personal library that I use for myself when I feel the need or desire. I do love the artwork that is on these cards. I love how colorful everything is. And there's the page. So I'm going to grab another one of the cards just so that you can see a different suit. This is the High Priestess from the Major Arcana, but I just love the depth and color usage in these cards. I love how rich everything feels, and I love how the art is shown. This is actually one of my favorite interpretations of the Queen of Pentacles. I think that this woman is just so beautiful and she just looks so unbothered. Like she is exactly who I envision when I tell myself that I want like the kind of life that I want to be leading. It's literally I have this image in my mind because I want to be as peaceful and like solid as this Queen of Pentacles has been drawn. I also love that there is a mix of ethnicities in these cards. I love that it's not just all one ethnicity, that you can see a multitude of different skin tones of people, so that because I know for a lot of people it's really difficult to connect with cards when you don't see yourself in them. So having that as an option is also a really great thing in my personal opinion, as a person of color. So I really enjoy seeing that. I really enjoy the different visualizations, how happy the people are depicted, and how, once again, all of the use of color, because it just speaks to this artist and speaks to um, her authenticity. I just really feel like she took her soul and put it into these cards, and you can really see that. And I think that's why this is one of uh, the most popular decks that I personally have seen. Um, so just a few things, a few points that I really enjoy about this deck in itself. And yeah, that is, once again, If you like this deck, if you have this deck but you've not visited her website, I really urge you to do so, because there's so much more information that you can gather from the intent when the deck was created. And she has journaling prompts and things like that that are added with each card. So even if you utilize the deck, pull from this deck, and then go and kind of find the additional source material on her website, I think it's a great thing for you to do if you are looking to enrich your personal journey a bit more, or if you even want to pass it on to your clients that you're doing a reading for. I really think that it is only going to elevate your readings that much more. So that's once again the Light Seers Tarot right there for you. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Make sure that you like and subscribe if you would like to make sure you don't miss any of our videos that are posted every week. We'll be back next week with another review. And if you have any questions or comments, leave them down in the comment section for me. If there's a specific deck that you would like to see, make sure to leave that there for me, and I'll make sure to get to it as quickly as I can. Thank you again for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed and have a great day. Bye.